Quick disclaimer, we apologise for those watching on YouTube for the blurry video. We didn't realise that it was blurry until we finished recording. But regardless, we hope you enjoy the episode. Apparently, moths' tongues...
Moths have tongues, firstly.
Firstly, moths and butterflies have tongues. Secondly, we saw a picture of one that was like half its body, like half the span of its body. Thirdly, I looked it up. And there's
actually
moths with even longer tongues than their bodies.
You looked it up?
Yeah. Imagine, I'll insert a picture. Imagine your tongue is like your body and a bit. Ugh.
Ew.
How disgusting that is. Like, but they're really thin. But then,
yeah, but what about like frogs' tongues and then they go, you know?
Yeah, true. It's very similar to a frog's tongue, which
Wait,
you wouldn't expect.
In their mouth? Is it rolled up?
I think so. You'd expect it to.
No, I don't even tell him that rolled up. Hello, munchkins, and welcome to the Lover's Chat podcast. You're here with Agnesa
and Arena, and this is episode
12.
Thank you. Identity beyond sport. Can't give you guys an overview for the life of us, as we can't remember what happened this week. Can you?
No.
Like, I genuinely cannot remember. There's only like one day I can remember this week.
Nothing of importance happened. I was just like, I feel like we were both just busy.
Training wise, nothing of importance, no events. Yeah. So we're going to have to briefly brush over the fact that there is no overview.
It's okay.
Yeah. Section. Agnesa, when did you first realise gymnastics wasn't your whole identity? Or is it still?
It's not still, but Loki probably last year. I stopped it at 16.
Mm-hmm. She's now 20. Oh my gosh, happy belated to Agnesa. We forgot to mention it in last episode. Everyone say, yay, she's no longer a teenager. I'll wait for you guys to do that. Feel free to pause if you need extra time.
Feel free to pause it here.
If you need to leave.
What? Don't encourage it. They're gonna go.
Come back.
Guys, unpause, come back.
It's like you never left.
She's lost the plot yet again. Actually sounds crazy.
What made you realise there was anything in particular?
I think I found a new passion in life.
What, calisthenics?
Yeah.
So is calisthenics now your whole identity?
No, but I took gymnastics a lot more seriously and like professionally than calisthenics. But I think I'll try to explain it. So I stopped training at 16. And then I had my hip surgery, obviously. So for me, that was still like, gymnastics was still my identity. Because it's not like, because I stopped because of an injury, not because of like, I just stopped. And then after that, when I came back, I had to do my AS and A levels. I don't know. I guess I just always thought of it as my personality. Maybe it was like during the whole time at school, and it was only when I started uni and realised, like, when people asked me my hobbies, I like no longer did gymnastics. Because everyone in school obviously knew that. And I feel like everyone identified me as
I identify.
I don't know.
Where's that from?
Friends.
Right, makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was my only personality trait in school, and then when I started uni, and then it was like kind of I was based in a completely different environment, starting new hobbies and stuff. Speaking of, we must get a star on soon.
Are you our next star?
Comment down below. Me. Oh, star.
Comment a star emoji.
If you made it this far, come on. Get a grip. Pan up. What about you?
I don't know. I don't think it was ever my whole identity, to be honest with you.
Mm.
I don't think.
Maybe in like primary school.
Yeah. But even then, I can't really, I don't really remember it being. Yes, sport was my whole identity, but not just purely gymnastics.
Mm.
I think I just didn't have a close enough tie with it. I don't know, maybe. No, I feel like I did, but like very young.
Mm.
And then when I grew up and started disliking it, I kind of didn't really see it as my identity. I just saw it as something I did.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't really pinpoint a moment for sure, but I think after that, though, sport was my whole identity, and like just staying active was. Yeah. Did you have a moment where you felt that you didn't know who you were without it?
Did I have a moment? Yes. I think I had 2 years or like more.
Well,
Literally ever since I stopped. Like, it was still my whole identity. Like I
even
was
after you
saying,
stopped?
even after I feel like even after I stopped, because it was like my whole life and it's what I knew. But also, like the time period from 16 to 18, if not 19, I think I had a really hard time knowing who I was outside of that. What I like doing, developing my relationships with like friends and stuff. Like, it was very difficult for me to navigate that without gymnastics because I don't know. I guess because it took up such a large amount of time and energy in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you start to kind of realize like what you are outside of sport when you're like injured or when you stop or when you have other priorities in your life. And I feel like it's very tricky to handle that because no one's ever taught you how to handle it. Like it's not something that
I think it's something
you're
that's
taught to go
not,
through.
yeah, or like it's very rarely spoken about when people stop doing a sport so intensely. Like you feel like a piece of yourself is missing. So kind of sad. It is kind of sad though.
Yeah. It is sad because it is like part of your childhood or like growing up or time of your life where you dedicated so much time to it that if you don't do it anymore, yeah, like a part of you is missing, but you just have to realize that it's not missing. You're just channeling it somewhere else.
Mm.
Like for you, you're channeling it into calisthenics, I presume.
I think so. I mean, did you have a moment where you felt that you didn't know who you are without, let's just say, for example, sport for you? Because I feel like you said, you mentioned. I mean, you could talk about
I
gymnastics
mean,
too.
I feel like it's more so just when you're injured, when you can't move and when you can't do anything, it just feels like you're not who you were, if that makes sense. Like you aren't yourself. I don't know, I felt like I was trying to prove myself in other ways, but that didn't really work.
In what sense?
Like in academics, I feel like I really focused on academics when I
Yeah.
had my knee op. I think all my energy was channeled into that, but it still felt incomplete.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's different though as well with like physical activity and mental activity.
Yeah,
It's-
but then does that mean that you have to continue doing sport forever?
Doctors recommend it. What part of us did we lose for a while because sport took center stage? Shall I start?
If you've got an answer, that'd be
I
preferable.
think I have an answer. That also sounds kind of sad, but at the same time, like, it's not really. I feel like I maybe didn't experience childhood friendship in the same way that other people do. Not to say that I didn't experience it at all, just in a very different way. Like, my friends were probably at gymnastics because they understood like a part of me that my school friends didn't. For example, if you try to explain it to someone who hasn't gone through the same experience as you is not really going to get it, especially with something like um, doing sport at an elite level. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it was like I mentioned before, it was difficult to adjust from like stopping it and actually like trying to like make friends and connect with people outside of gymnastics is a very new experience. But I would say that I'm getting there. You?
Yeah, you know what? I'd have to agree. I think friendships and like maybe a social life, like developing friendships and even like relationships, not saying that it's a necessity and by no means it is it. But I think having gone like so long not I don't know,
No,
like
yeah,
not
yeah.
being surrounded by that even because yeah,
Yeah,
you'd have friends, but everyone at gymnastics, not everyone, but a lot of people's lives were mainly focused on the sport rather than on your external social life that you didn't really
yeah,
even hear about it that much.
yeah. Because to add on to that, it's
Like I
like,
remember like yeah,
yeah,
people were talking about like boys and like dates, but it was like passing comments. It wasn't really like
yeah.
in depth.
And it was also that like we always had to skip um out on the social events or like birthday parties or like um
That was it.
Christmas parties, Halloween. Like we
Yeah.
were always just training. We never actually experienced
Mm.
that. And that was the same for me throughout secondary school too, when I feel like most people kind of
Yeah.
experience that more. So
Yeah, like our Halloweens was you dress up and you
and
go
you
to
go training.
training.
And
uh
it was fun, but we
yeah,
had a
no,
good time with like our
yeah.
friends at training, but it
This
was
is
just
not
different.
complaining. We're
Yeah,
just saying what we
we
missed out
weren't
on.
loners, guys.
And it wasn't like
It was just different.
we're not sad about it. I'm actually quite grateful for our time that we spent. Like I'd much rather do a sport growing up than not.
Yeah,
But it's just something that you come to understand later on in your life, and it does feel like you've missed out on a certain element of growing up, but you haven't.
yeah,
Like you've still got so much time to experience everything and make
yeah,
friendships that will last a lifetime. Like we're still really young.
yeah. And at the same time, like you've experienced things that many people haven't in their
Yeah.
childhood, like traveling abroad
Yeah.
to compete or just, yeah,
Even like traveling across England
yeah,
for
like on the
competitions.
weekends.
Um Another thing I think I missed out on a lot of like British culture.
In what
Not
sense?
complaining at all. Like still. But like people reference loads of things like kind of common sense. I feel like I've missed a step in developing my common sense.
Yeah, because I feel like
I can't
I can't
explain
say it's
it.
a lack of social skills, but
It's a lack of like
it's a lack of being in the loop with
culture.
like.
Yeah, in the loop is the best way to
Yeah,
put
I
it.
get that too. I get that. I'm just like, what? Like, or like it will like reference. Someone will reference like a TV show. I remember before I watched Friends, everyone used to reference Friends, and I was like, guys, what the hell even is Friends? Because I just
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
TV I think is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really get to watch TV because when we weren't training, we were focusing on academics or other things. So I feel like we missed a lot of. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all, but it's something that I realize now that we've missed. Like even things like Strictly Come Dancing or whatever. Like people used to watch that. Just, like football games. Like
I still need to watch the Strictly episodes I watched
yeah,
live.
She
Plus,
watched, yeah.
I went to a live filming of Strictly Come Dancing, and I still haven't even watched the episodes. What's that about? It was really cool, can't lie. Did you ever feel guilty for wanting an identity outside of sport?
I don't think I ever felt guilty, but I definitely did want an identity outside of sport at some points in my life. I think it was mainly like, I think it was after my knee op when I was like, I don't actually know what else there is in the world. And I think I wanted to explore things, but A levels got in the way. I don't know. I not really guilty. I don't think I was ever guilty because sport is such a massive part of my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, if I could, I'd be a professional athlete. But
Yeah. Can I give you a follow-up question to
yeah,
that? What have you explored that you never had time for before now?
other sports.
As in, okay, let's put sport aside.
You know what? I'm starting to try to understand what I want to do with my life outside of sports, because don't get me wrong, I'd love to do sports full time, but I just don't think it's feasible in this economic state of the world.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I feel like with the amount of academics we've done in our lives, I just don't think that it'd fulfill my brain with the right stimulus. Not saying that it's not stimulating. Guys, don't come at me, because it is, just in a different way to academics. And I think I'd want something that does stimulate my brain. So I think I'm trying to explore what career I want, because I really don't know. Yeah, that's it. What about you?
For the first part of the question, ever feeling guilty for wanting an identity outside of sport? I can't lie, never really felt that way. Can't say that I have. Yeah, like I don't feel guilty. I feel like it's just something that I'm trying to figure out more and more now. But I feel like that's just part of growing up as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So, in short, no, for the first part. What have I explored that I never had time for before?
Like, it could even be like social.
Yeah, just,
Because I feel like you've become a lot more sociable
yeah,
in the last like few years. So I feel like that is still something that you are exploring, because
yeah,
you're
maybe
opening yourself up to it.
friendships and new connections, putting myself in new environments. Like, not only the training side of calisthenics, but pushing myself more in like a social aspect of it, and like just meeting new people, having interesting conversations. I guess maybe for me, coaching is a different aspect of it. It gives me a new perspective. It's like it still allows me to reconnect with my identity as a gymnast, but at the same time, um, places it in a different perspective.
I think it's really important. I put this on my story a few weeks ago. It's really important to have other things outside of sport, because, for example, when you do get injured, when external factors influence your life, and sport, like fitness or your health, training, whatever you do, falls behind, or it's just not going the way you want it to have a fallback onto other things is really important, because you don't feel like a failure. Like low-key.
Yeah.
So if you do have the capacity and the capabilities to try and find something else, like it could literally just be drawing, it could be music. No, but it could be anything, to be like gardening for you. For like but try and find something else that you can invest your time in when maybe training and your main aspect of your life isn't going to plan, because it will help balance you out and it will help keep motivation in a different way, I think.
Last question. How did training shape your personality?
It is my personality. It didn't shape it.
I guess that's what it is then. It shaped it to be your personality. But I could say, for example, let me answer this question for you. I think I could say it gave you a personality in that you're a very ambitious person and you're very driven and genuinely very hardworking. Like, I feel like you don't meet that many people who are so hardworking. But I feel like that was always a part of your personality, even when you did gymnastics. And I feel like perfectionism to an extent. I feel like I see that in both you and I.
Yeah.
Like, not perfectionism to the point where it's like a problem, although sometimes I feel like that is the case for me.
I think perfectionism is a problem.
But like
in the grand scheme of
more
things.
precision in what you do and like doing things very thoroughly and with quality. Because I feel like that's kind of the basis of gymnastics, and it's like, how can you not translate that into other aspects of your life?
Yeah, because it's so like drilled into your brain.
Yeah,
I get that. What about you? Other than like perfectionism?
I think for me, just like discipline in general, like just accepting the fact that like things aren't going to happen if you don't work for them. I think I put that into all aspects of my life, like academics and stuff. Because I feel like it's just a reality, you know?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I think that kind of like wraps it up.
I think that was a nice reflective episode.
Yeah. We apologise it's not very long, might not be the most entertaining. It was a bit depressing actually.
I didn't think so. I think it was just deep.
Yeah, deep. That's the word. We don't have a Yusei section for you guys today.
Check out our last one.
Yeah, we both. Yeah, that was
the Would You Rather section on the last episode if you haven't watched it.
Let us know what you want to see on the Yusei sections. So we apologise for today's episode. But we hope you enjoyed nevertheless.
Yeah. Please,
Regardless.
if you have any suggestions for topics or literally anything, please let us know. We say this all the time. I feel like we get the odd suggestion here and there, but it would be really helpful if you guys actually said what you wanted to see. Because we have ideas, but ultimately we want to tailor it to our audience.
And let us know if you want to hop on. We'll
say like,
or like
me,
who do you want to see on the podcast?
Oh yeah. And if you want to see yourself on the podcast, feel free to say me, and maybe like add what you would bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like what you'd want to discuss. What would you have to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, all right, guys.
Thank you so much for listening.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next week.
Bye bye, munchkins.